up, fellas?
This one is just tough to read, man. What are we looking at here?
It's a 3-eyed raven skull.
I think on Gothic Ice Cream Cone Day, nailed
The
it.
challenge was creativity and the placement. I put it on the knee and it's creative.
It's time for you all to get to work and put your shading skills to the test with a nice black and gray tattoo. And today, the judges will be looking for the 3D aspects that your shading technique produces. If your tattoo isn't packed with depth, you'll be packing your machines and going home. The clock starts right now.
I think it's this claw's throwing me off.
Too hand-like?
Yeah.
Okay. My stencils are very complex. I put a lot of information and detail into them. I think that this scared the hell out of my client, and he started freaking out a little bit. All right, we'll fix that real quick. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay. If not, we can throw it here, or we can put it here.
It is a design that I like. I just don't know if it's a design that I would want to put on my head.
This client was very picky, very uncertain. My clients are gonna be the death of me.
I'm feeling good. Black and gray is my thing. That's one of my strong points. I think I'm safe in this one.
Mel has been bragging about how good his black and gray is. I think he bit off more than he could chew with this tattoo.
In that amount of time, you cannot get a tattoo that big, shaded really smooth.
He wanted a wood cross to represent his mom. His mom passed away. So let's put him in a wood cross. Why don't we throw him from a tree? And we put some pearly gates kind of in front of it.
I've asked and begged and pleaded with these contestants to slow down, be precise, be clean. You don't have to do a huge tattoo to do a good tattoo.
Al, you're up first. You happy with this?
Yeah, man. I mean, it was right up my alley, man. The wooden cross, the pearly gates of heaven.
I'm not entirely convinced that anybody would think that was a fence.
It's like Swiss cheese at the bottom.
I love that part. It's my interpretation.
It's your interpretation
of the pearly gates. We don't know what they look like. I'm just trying to stay more focused towards the challenge also and use the light and use the gray tones.
The shading is not there.
You just don't have any good examples of a smooth gradient that from dark to light, smooth, from black fading to gray, fading to the skin, and fading back into ink again.
This was your time to shine.
Billy. What happened? I want to hear your...
He came in thinking we could do the whole head. Today when we got in, we made a few simple modifications, but by that time, he had just been contemplating and kind of knew that we were running out of time and, made the call. We're gonna have to switch it and put it on the leg.
It's not even finished. It doesn't have front teeth because you blacked them out.
Actually, an elephant's top teeth aren't very visible from that angle.
Actually, this part right here would have teeth because it only has the trunk that comes off on the real Japanese design.
As the trunk casts a shadow over the front teeth and
Dude, we'll get any Google image you want up right now. This is just traditional Japanese.
But the client asked for me to take different elements of the traditional Japanese. He wanted more of an elephant face. He also wanted to give it more tiger-like ears.
I'll say that ear looks more like a Dorito chip than a tiger ear.
No spots, no tail, no nothing.
Didn't ask for him, didn't want him. The tail actually would not be visible if it was coming out of a black cavern.
Dude, you've come close on a lot of tattoos, but this tattoo this doesn't look like you did it.
For this elimination tattoo, we want you to terrify us with a horror tattoo. Similar to books and films, horror is a broad style with one goal in mind, and that's to scare. The tattoos look real using texture to bring them to life. Jamie. I love the tattoo. The texture all over this thing is really, really well done. My issue with the piece is that it's difficult to read unless you're right up on it.
I was trying to get so much stuff in there for the guy.
It's kind of the same tone throughout. There could have been some really heavy dark spots and then lighter tones to make these muscle structures stand out.
If you would have done the head really dark, the chest really dark, kind of like a wolf, then this tattoo would look completely different. It would definitely have a lot more strength to it.
Artists, this is it. This tattoo will ultimately determine which 3 of you will be headed to the live finale and who's headed home. Remember, you're gonna be judged on all of the essential skills. You have 6 hours to tattoo, and your time starts now.
You nervous?
Yeah, 6 hours of pain. Scratch with the needle, I can't deal with that, man.
There's probably be a lot less pain than you felt in your life, I can tell you that.
I'm real nervous about the pain, because I don't know what it's gonna feel like when that needle hits my thigh. Damn, that hurt. Woo! Whoa, ow, damn, it hurt for some reason.
There is a valid reason to why King Mo is freaking out about the pain on his leg. His muscle is so dense that it's harder for the needle to push the ink. Being that his skin already is so tight, it's pulling even tighter. So it starts to feel like you're cutting a person opposed to tattooing them.
Oh, man, that right there.
It's bad.
And I got 6 more hours of this?
I'm screwed.
No.
5 hours, everybody. 5 more hours.
Hey, Mo, you only got 5 hours, baby. Oh.
There's more I want to do.
Oh, my goodness, that's painful.
But there's no way he's gonna sit for it.
Woo!
This could be a really up tattoo. Sebastian's biggest problem is design. This was not made for dark skin. The figure is way too small, way too much detail. It's a big, big mistake.
Sebastian? King Mo picked you. What exactly did he want?
He's fighting against good, fighting against the evil sort of thing. You try to do good and they'll keep trying to put you back down. Came up with something for him.
Again, you've given us a really technically done tattoo. Very nice, clean lines, very smooth shading with a lot of gradation. All the elements we've tested you along the way. As far as how dark it is and on how dark his skin is, it's hard to read.
If I'd have had a lighter canvas, I could have brought out a lot more well, and if he could have sat better. I can only go back and do so many things to it because he was in all types of pain.
The outline on the actual devil itself, if you would have done it like you did the outline on some of the areas of the girl where you made it bolder, that would have helped you out a lot.
It's just cluttered, man. It took me a while to figure out what's going on behind her face, and her hair poof in the back kind of looks like a clown nose on the devil. The little braids in her hair that look like antennas are strange to me. And it's a bummer because this is a really well done tattoo, technically. You know, this is work under pressure time. It's just hard to read it.
Surgeons need a steady hand and a cool head to have the precision it takes to operate on complex systems in the body. The same is true for tattoo artists, because one misplaced drop of ink can destroy a tattoo. This is especially true for this elimination tattoo. You will have 6 hours to create an anatomical tattoo.
Oh, man. Anatomical tattoo means you're taking a picture out of a medical book and reproducing it.
You must create an exact replica of the inner anatomy so real, it's like your canvas was just sliced open.
He wants his rib cage tattooed, so I said, instead of going in, I want to bring something out of the skin.
Yeah, I want to leave some skin and stuff. That way it's like some traditional elements to it.
I know I'm taking a risk with this design, but I'm following the actual rib cage, and I hope that it pays off.
Chris.
If we were having a crazy new school tattoo that nobody can tell what it was day, you would win. Precision-wise, you technically did a sound tattoo. What you're gonna have to do to make it in this competition is pay attention. You are challenged to create a tattoo of the inner anatomy to look real. If you follow that strict parameter, then you and a couple other people are out.
Today, you must all tattoo the exact same subject. Seeing your tattoos side by side will make it obvious how your texture stacks up against the competition. Today, you must tattoo a phoenix. A phoenix is a fiery, mythological bird that goes up in flames and rises from the ashes to be reborn.
This is gonna be tough. You have feathers, you got flames, you have beaks. We gotta balance all those textures in one piece.
Joshua, let's start with you.
When I'm thinking about a phoenix, this powerful, magical creature, this doesn't really do any of that. It looks like an angry cockatiel holding a baby.
It's not a baby, that's a man. There's no denying that that's a man.
I would have to deny that that looks like a man.
We all agree we don't like the design. I think you dropped the ball on this one bad.
Rich.
If you take 2 steps back from this tattoo, you can't even see what's going on with it.
I wanted it to seem like the phoenix was rising out of the ashes.
It's more of a rooster having an air battle with something else because you balled it up. If you open it up, you have a great tattoo on your hands.
Thank you.
Your second canvas is the ultimate opportunity to show us why you deserve to be in the live finale. This canvas is completely open for whatever design you want to tattoo.
That's awesome.
Immediately following your 3-hour tattoo, you will have 6 hours to tattoo the design of your choice on your canvas.
The twist is a definite holy twist. We're doing 9 hours of tattooing. It's gonna be a long day.
That's what I'm thinking we're gonna do, is some portrait work. Ideas start to pop in my head immediately. I'd really like to take realism to surrealistic places where gravity doesn't exist and people have no brain. To make sure we get the portraits done in time, I think we're gonna try to peel their faces off. If I want to make it to the finale, I have to take a risk and drop Jaws. I really like my design. I want people to come to me for weird, dark imagery. That's what I want to do. Either I'm doing a really weird tattoo, or maybe it's just so cool. I think I took a big risk. We'll see if it pays off. It's coming alive. Oh man, it'd be so nice to have 100 grand. 100 grand is a life-changing amount of money.
Kyle. First, will you do me a favor and just tell me what's going on here?
There's a girl with the Day of the Dead makeup on her. The makeup's taken on a life of its own, and it's leaving her body floating up as she's holding a skull. I'd like to be able to transport the viewer into some kind of realm of just like, what the
Yeah, I think you've succeeded. Looking at this design, and I'm right up on it, it's very difficult to figure out exactly what's going on.
I wanted to destroy thoughts and concepts of what images should look like.
Your comfort zone is in a fantastical, melty, trippy art style. And that's all fine and good, but today, you needed to do something that was clear. The texture in the whole tattoo looks the same. There's a lot of unsure elements.
That's the chance he took.
You have 6 hours to tattoo the undead. And your time starts now.
That's an ugly bastard, dude.
Yeah, I know, right?
Don't go around those eyes.
No?
No. And your little dots of white, like on the maggots. Stipple of white in the nose, tongue, the wet stuff, right? Oh, yeah.
What is it, a white goat? Is it a black goat?
Is it a goat?
I think it's a goat.
It's a goat.
Mike.
This is a terrible drawing. The anatomy of the goat is totally out of control. The way the eye sits in the skull is crazy. Does that look like a tongue to anybody?
I think it looks like a tongue.
You
and I
do?
think it looks like a goat.
To me, it looks like a dog with horns.
I think the ugliest one of the day is Mike's. Nobody would think that looks like a real tongue.
It's really bad, and it trips me out because he's talented.
Artists, you have 6 hours to show creativity tattooing a difficult part of the body. And your time starts now.
Keep pushing through. Get this, man.
Yeah, I got it right. Pain.
I think Kyle's in trouble.
Kyle's dude's hurting a little bit.
And the drawing sucks. There's some real shaky lines in it.
You think his drawing's better than TJ's?
TJ's is realism.
You can't tell what it is.
Get the
Stop.
Like, feather it to nothing.
How high can I take it before they're like, that's too much?
I wouldn't go crazy high.
My biggest issue right now is the fact that my raven skull looks like a flaming raven skull.
You gotta either feather it out to nothing or do something to give it a little woof woof.
Yeah, that's why I just stopped it right there. Feathering out, all it did was just make the tattoo uneven looking.
Spend your last little bit just cleaning up that background, making it purposeful.
I'm gonna beat my ass for this background.
TJ.
What's up, fellas?
This one is just tough to read, man. What are we looking at here?
It's a 3-eyed raven skull.
I think on Gothic Ice Cream Cone Day, nailed it.
The challenge was creativity and the placement. I put it on the knee and it's creative.
The background up top, not a fan of. It's not making any kind of sense or anything.
I was gonna like kind of wisp it through from the top and kind of wisp it down through the bottom.
In that last-ditch effort, man, I think you screwed yourself.
At
think mine is better than yours.
I'm gonna own up to it because I did it. My whole thing with mine was the top of it. Even with what he told me to do.
Don't throw me under the bus.
You told me to do my background.
I did.
Yes, so with
Because
that being
you were
said,
it up, doing a goddamn big black ring around
if I would have did just a black silhouette around the top of that without blending it up, I would have been in way better shape than a flaming ass skull.
But you didn't even do what I told you to do.
It looked like it was perfect.
It looked like anyway, and I was trying to find a way to help you salvage that.
No matter how you sugarcoat this, you did that. You told me to put that there, I put that there.
All right, then I'll leave you alone from now on then.
Good deal. Throw me to the bottom. Y'all please do.
For this challenge, you must push past the ordinary and create new school tattoos.
You guys heard of this shit, New School?
What is it?
Sensation, sweeping the nation.
I'm so excited. This is like my shit. A lot of people have the preconceived notion that a new school tattoo is a giant head with big googly eyes and a tiny little body, but it's more than that. And you have to know how to draw for this style.
That is your final hour, guys. One more hour.
My dad tattoos. So that's how I got into it. My favorite is black and gray realism. And that's what my dad does. The older I got, like, it was weird. It was like in my blood, like that's what I wanted to do was black and gray. The fact that my dad tattooed, it worked out really good for me, but also put me in like a box. Like people just assumed that I either had to be great or I wasn't gonna be anything at all. I wanted to make sure I made my family proud because we're like tattoo family.
Yeah.
So it's like that pressure tries to get to you sometimes. I can't let them down, you know?
Most of the pizza I eat has crust underneath the entire piece of pizza. It's not just a round log with cheese dripping straight downward.
The drawing gets a little bit away from the fact that it's pizza. It becomes pretty much a melting skull. It's tough for somebody immediately to just be like, boom, that's what that is.
But it looks clean. Another design that's really difficult to tell what's exactly happening is Jake's tattoo.
The silhouette of this tattoo doesn't tell the story of a piece of food. People in the world aren't gonna run up and go, killer slice of pizza.